Obviously, you're playing some young guys there. What do you see, and is it just, one or two mistakes a game, or is there a lot that you're
There's a
covering?
lot of mistakes a game. We got Adonis playing for his first time a little bit at free safety, doing the whole package. It wasn't kind of catered to him a little bit like the Purdue game, so we're giving him more. You got Terrell Edmonds kind of playing, so you're coaching through some things, and the only way they're going to learn is through experience, unfortunately. You'd love to be able to teach those guys through a win, but that just wasn't the case on Saturday.
You talked so much about Chuck Clark's versatility. Was there been any discussion about maybe playing him somewhere else after, Kendall getting hurt?
Yeah, Chuck can play with a week's notice or a couple days' notice anywhere back there. It's just having the other pieces to move around, and we just don't have those other pieces when Kendall's out and Chuck's out, and you're still trying to get Brandon back to where he was. It's just we don't have as much flexibility with the other pieces. We're just young. We got other guys that are in there that are inexperienced.
When the team makes a move like Strowman flipping over to the offensive side, how much do they consult with you? I mean, I assume they do, and they're like, "Hey, if you've got an option at nickel."
Well, Coach says we need guys that can do things with the ball in their hands. This is what we need to do. This is what we need to do. It's what's best for the team at the time. And, if Greg can help us out on offense, we just got to get somebody to take his place on defense.
Does Mook's development, does that give you a little comfort there as he come along?
Yeah, if this was Ohio State game or the first game of the year, I'd be a little more apprehensive. But now we're a couple more weeks into the season, and, he's further along. So, it makes it less painful to losing Greg at this time.
How would you evaluate Edmonds so far at the corner spot? What do you see?
He's long, he's athletic, he's just inexperienced. There's a lot of things from him having to learn a position, but he has the ability to be a very good defensive back. It's just what's the learning curve going to be. But he did some good things on Saturday, and there's obviously a lot of things we got to learn from.
And along those same lines, how would you evaluate Alexander with the full package, like you said?
Not very good, not very consistent. Got a long ways to go. Maybe we have to simplify some things for him, and we got to take that into consideration too.
What have you seen out of NC State and Jacoby Brissett on offense?
You know what? They got three backs. 28, 21, 7 now. What do you want to call him, a back or wide receiver? They got some explosive guys. Wide receivers are very good. The quarterback obviously runs the show. They got a lot of explosive guys, and it's a very good offense that'll give us a big challenge.
He hasn't thrown a pick yet this season.
Really?
Is that when you see, does he make really good decisions, or are people just maybe not pressuring him?
You know what? He stands in the pocket and he takes pressure. He's probably matured to the point where they must emphasize him not making bad decisions or whatnot. I haven't watched enough to say what he's been like to see when there's pressure around him, but pressure affects people differently.
Do you worry at all? I know Bud said that Thursday will be the full speed practice, go all the way. Then you play Friday. You worried at all about the guys bouncing back after a full speed practice?
Well, according to all the studies that have gone on, that's kind of the way to go about it. So we'll take the studies at their worth, and we'll do that on Thursday and be ready to go on Friday.
I forgot to ask, did you do that last year before UVA? Was it full Thursday? And then, do you remember?
Normally our weeks are pretty similar. So if it was a short week then, and I'm pretty sure that we try to keep things very consistent.